What's up guys, I'm James, and welcome back to the Great Gambino Watch Reviews. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a watch that happens to be one of my personal favorites, the Tudor Black Bay Heritage 41mm with red bezel. At a price tag of just under $4,000, I am always debating picking this one up, but I have been hesitant, keeping my fingers crossed for this colorway in the smaller Black Bay 58 version, something that only time will tell. Real quick, I would like to give a special thank you to Feldmar Watch Company here in Los Angeles for letting me come in and check out this piece. No matter what type of timepiece you are looking for, Feldmar carries many high-end luxury brands that will be able to suit your needs. If you are interested in this piece or any of the other Feldmar watches I've reviewed, I will have a link down below in the description. At the time of filming, there are two versions of this colorway. The original release that featured the vintage rose logo with smiley-shaped text, and the later released shield version with straight text you see here. Tudor has been a respected and well-known brand for a very long time, but when the Black Bay Heritage Rose released, it made major waves and reinvented this company as a modern heavy hitter to a whole new audience. Since the initial launch, the Black Bay has been re-released in various different colors, case sizes, case materials, improved movements, and even a Pepsi GMT version. All of this variety for demand is an example of the love people have for the Black Bay and the Tudor company. Real quick, I'll cover the measurements. We have a case width of 41mm, a lug-to-lug measurement of 50mm. If you want to change out the band, it's 22mm, and a case thickness of 14.8mm. The crown is interesting as it has a red tube stem that matches the bezel, adding an extra visual cue along with a stamping of the original vintage rose on the side. Also matching the bezel, you have a coined edge that when screwed down offers 200 meters of water resistance. I'm a huge fan of this crown's design, and I wish the matching tube color was something that they would include with the smaller 58 versions. The bezel on this Heritage is made from aluminum, which makes sense staying with the historical theme. In my opinion, this rich burgundy red color is what makes this piece so amazing. I know at least for myself, it is what draws me in and makes me debate adding this one to my collection. It's a classic look, yet when this was first released, it felt new and fresh compared to everything else on the market. While positioning, this bezel is unidirectional and has 60 clicks that are smooth, clean, and snappy. Let's hear an example of that. We have a very nice quality piece of domed sapphire crystal that has been treated with an anti-reflective coating. As you can see, glare will be greatly reduced. Getting close in on the dial, we see those large, iconic snowflake hands that the Tudor brand is known for. I am personally a big fan of this handset as it makes reading the time very easy, especially at night when they are all loomed up, but we will take a look at that later. The gold trim of the applied indices and handset tie in extremely well with the color of the chapter track print. This same color is continued with the Tudor shield and print logo below the 12 o'clock. It may not be easy to notice unless under a macro lens, but that print is slightly embossed. It's a small detail that I truly love. Like we mentioned earlier, the print above the 6 o'clock is straight, which is a change from the previous version that was shaped in more of a smiley face formation. And the dial itself is a faded black color that has a very subtle grain texture. This is another characteristic that is hard to see in person, yet very visible under a macro lens. In the original rose version of the Black Bay Heritage, it was powered by an ETA 2824 Swiss automatic movement. This later released shield version has been updated to the in-house Tudor caliber MT5612. This 26 jewel COSC certified movement features a silicone non-magnetic balance spring, a very generous 70-hour power reserve, it beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and of course has hand and automatic winding capabilities in combination with a hacking second hand. The entire movement measures in at 6.5 millimeters thick. The case features finely brushed top portions of the lugs and a beveled edge that blends into the high-polished case side. This solid flat side is rather large and creates much of the visual bulk. Flipping the watch over, we have a plain basic case back with some light text information. Taking a look at the oyster-style bracelet, the top is satin brushed and the riveted style side covers are polished. It's a very high quality finish, and of course the links are solid with screw-down pins. The taper toward the clasp will add elegance, and that can be opened with a flip-lock clasp. Another nice detail is the ceramic ball bearing that has been added to fasten down and secure the latch while reducing metal-to-metal contact. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Lume. Swiss Superluminova has been added to the hands, hour indices, and 12 o'clock bezel pip. The Lume quality is excellent, and due to the larger handset, everything glows extremely bright. This is a piece that is going to be very easy to read during the night. And here's a side-by-side shot next to an American quarter to give you a better representation of the scale. Here's a shot on my 6.75 inch wrist. Now this is a larger piece that will have a great presence, and again, because of that flat case side, it will wear much larger than something like my Omega Seamaster 300 that has almost the same measurements. With that said, the large size does not bother me one bit, and if Tudor never ends up releasing a smaller version, I will be more than happy to add the 41mm to my collection. So that is going to wrap up this review of the Tudor Black Bay Heritage. Look forward to next week's video where we will be comparing the new Speedmaster to the new Seamaster 300. Thank you for sticking with me all the way until the end of this video. I really appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.